Notice as Mass began, it was a little bit of a fuller crowd than usual in here, and I thought, people are really anxious to hear me, aren't they? Or it could be the Cowboys are kicking off at noon. I'm not sure which one has a bigger impact here. Talking with a Spanish-speaking friend of mine, and she was telling me some exciting news in her own life that she is going to get married, and she was very excited about that. And she was talking about, she was saying the word in Spanish, ilusiones, that she and her fiancé had ilusiones. Well, I'm translating that word literally in my head. Ilusiones sounds like illusions to me. And I'm thinking, I'm sure I looked at her like if she had two heads or something, and thought, well, what is she saying she has ilusiones for? And she could see that, and her English is better than my Spanish. And she said, well, now in Spanish, ilusiones does not mean the same as it means in English. It means like our dreams or our hopes. These are we have our ilusiones. It doesn't mean that you are, as you're thinking, you're deluding yourself or that you're fooling yourself. And so I was happy to hear that about her, that she wasn't just deluding herself about getting married and what she was planning for her life. Well, there is a thin line, though, isn't there, between our illusions and our dreams. And I think only God can be the judge. When are we having an illusion or kind of deluding ourselves or fooling ourselves? And when are we just dreaming about the way things can be? And so I think only God can be the one that would judge such a thing in our life. We all need to have our dreams. It may turn out that they are illusions, and maybe as we grow older in our life, we recognize that some of the things that we dreamed were going to come true just aren't going to ever happen for us. But still, is that worse than having no dreams at all and having nothing that inspires us in our life? What a sad and hopeless life that would become for somebody if they didn't have some dreams, even if they turn out to be an illusion, even if our dreams are not perfectly realized. After all, what does it mean what is America really all about except the land of dreams, I think, the place where we can fulfill the dreams of our life. And it's sometimes, I think, wrongly classified as in a materialistic way. Our dream is for a home and a car and this or that kind of family, this kind of job. Certainly good things, but I think our real aspirations is based on the freedom that America offers to us, that we can be ourselves, that we can express ourselves, we can realize what we want to be dreams for ourselves. That doesn't mean we're going to achieve them, but having those dreams seems to me to be the most important thing, and giving us the freedom and the opportunity to work towards them. Well, Jesus' disciples, it's not really unique to Americans. Every human being has dreams. That's why the poor are so often drawn to our country, because they have dreams for their life as well. And Jesus had those dreams, his disciples rather, had those dreams too. But their dreams were really more ambitions that meant their power and their prestige in their midst. And Jesus questions them about this, and they kind of sheepishly admit that they were talking about, along the way, who was the greatest among them. They had their dream was to be an important person. And Jesus challenges their dream and says, well, is this really the way to happiness? You have some dreams. Are they maybe illusions? Are they something that is not guiding your life? And he challenges them to see a different dream, a different thing that will give them hope and give them meaning. He asks them to wake up from that dream and have God's dream for their life. And he takes a little child and he places it in their midst, and he says to them, you really want to be important? Give importance away. You want to be powerful? Embrace this child, and you will become powerful by being of loving service to other people. I doubt that very many of them jumped on that dream right away, yet this was Jesus' dream for his disciples. Each year our diocese asks us to consider its dream, in a certain sense, the dream of the church, that all Catholics are able to practice and further their religion, that we are able to express our faith and live it out, and have the resources that we need in order to make it a reality, and not just a kind of in-house thing, that we can share our faith with other people, that we can bring the good news of Jesus Christ that we proclaim in our Catholic faith to other people. And so we're asked to participate in sharing in ministry each year, which is really, I think, the dream of the diocese, that all are enabled and funded in order to bring that gospel to other people. I like to remind us, what is it that sharing in ministry does? And I think our goal as a parish is $130,000. The goal for the entire diocese is $3 million. Just want to tick off a few of the things that money goes to. The first and the biggest chunk of it, about $1.2 million, goes to parishes and to schools. $600,000 just goes to operating grants for many, many parishes, inner city parishes with very, very poor people, as well as some rural communities. There's a significant amount of money that's been dedicated this year to starting up the Blessed John Paul II University Parish here at UNT. And then there's tuition assistance that goes to support of Catholic education, especially for our poor students. I heard a powerful talk just Thursday, from a priest from Notre Dame University, talked about the great impact of Catholic schooling, its great impact upon not just keeping kids Catholic, but how they become better citizens in our world, especially for our minority students, Latinos, African Americans, has a dramatic impact upon their education ability in Catholic schooling. Well, that's a huge part of the money. Another part, about $700,000, goes to social outreach, Catholic charities, our chaplaincy programs for the deaf community, hospital ministry, prison ministry, mission grants. You know, our parish does a lot in Guatemala, something we're really proud of. Many parishes do that, and the diocese assists the parishes in their mission in Bolivia, Guatemala, Haiti, Honduras, Mexico, Vietnam. Tremendous list that our diocesan parishes do on a regular basis. There's about another $600,000 that goes toward formation, for the Institute for Lay Formation, for catechist formation and children's catechesis, and then especially young adult ministry that supports our ministry in various universities in our diocese. Again, here at UNT and TWU, at TCU, at UT Arlington, Midwestern, Hill College in Hillsborough, and many others. And then there's money for marriage and family ministry, worship and liturgical training. So there's a lot of work that Sharing in Ministry does. It doesn't just go into offices there at the Catholic Center, but really is spread out money that goes to support the ministry and the work of the church around our around our diocese. Could you please pass that pledge card? I know many have already filled out their pledge cards. Maybe they're ready to turn them in today. Our ushers have some pledge cards, and they'll hold them up if you don't have one. There's some in the pews, if you could pass them down to your neighbors there. I'm going to pass that. I'm going to fill out my own card. I think we should make a special effort this year, and as you no doubt have heard by this point, Bishop Van has been transferred and has become the new bishop of Orange County, California. And so this will be one of the final things that he does for his ministry here as a bishop, and this will be a great way to honor his work that he has done in our diocese. I'm going to personally fill out the card, give you time to do that as well. I suggest that we make a pledge, and there's some gift-giving guide there in the envelope, various ways that we could pledge over an 8-month period, some larger donations.